Hello, and welcome back to today's video. I'm going to be covering my favourite matches from the Forest Cup. As you can see here, in this one I have Ampharos into a jump love lead. All these games are going to be some of my favourite victories from Forest Cup. A lot of them are going to be tight, one or two of them were emphatic victories. Not all of these resulted in me winning sets. Some of these were game threes that I won after losing the first two. But again, these are just some of my favourites, and I want to put them together into a compilation. So again, I know this matchup is a jump bluff win in the one shield. It would just have survived that Thunder Punch, and I would have died to this energy ball. But opponent wanted to take it to two shields, so I gladly obliged, threw up my second shield, and that Thunder Punch can KO. So now with shields down, I charge up to a Thunder Punch and swap out. He swaps Kingdra in. My swap in was Ferrothorn, so it works out perfectly for me. Kingdra can get the power whip off, and at this point, I mean, I can farm it. Outrage again, it's not going to do much. I just go for the power whip. And then in comes his own Ferrothorn. So I know he has to be at a power whip because that's all I'm at. Ends up being a flash cannon. Maybe I dropped one. Ampharos comes in and I swap in Mantine, flash cannon, or the power whip, whichever it is. Power whip, but I've stored up to a focus blast on Ampharos. Getting 3 volt switches in each time I swapped it out on the third volt switch. So basically in this, I know it's a GG's, I have focus blast. All I have to do is not over tap. I'd go for one last bubble beam, hoping that this is in a CMP tie. To lower the attack, it's not. He keeps farming. This time he decides to throw. I know he's either at or close to 2 power whips. I come in, mashed focus blast, and Ampharos cleans up that game. So moving into the second game, jump bluff into a Ferrothorn lead. Again, not an ideal lead. It's more of a soft loss than anything. Once we go even shields, again checking what I have in the back. Again checking what I have in the back. I'm just making sure that I'm not seeing things. That I do in fact have no hard counter to Ferrothorn in the back of my setup. So this time I swap out the flash cannon on Mantine, which I get, and then he swaps out into Crustle, which is Fury Cutter Crustle. I saw a good bit of Rock Throw Crustle too during the month. Again, throw the bubble beam. I probably should have shielded this one in hindsight. Rock Slide doesn't KO. I knew it wouldn't KO, but I also knew I'd get very low, and then I decide that this shield is worth it for the second bubble beam because he's trapped. Plus it's just an extra bit of chip damage. It's going to get him low, and then I can swap in before he's able to swap out, get off the aerial ice and take out Crustle. And I think that swap in was key because it allowed me to just get rid of Crustle while I had the opportunity to. Mantine then gets the defense drop on the energy ball. Again, you know, RNG kind of went in my favour in this game. I'm okay eating that ice beam. I was low enough. Bubble beam would have been close to knocking me out anyway. Plus I have Ferrothorn here in the back. So I get bubble beamed, but that's okay. I get off the power whip. Still enough to KO. In comes Ferrothorn. So I'm going to swap again, trying to catch a flash cannon, and the sack doesn't work. But on the flip side, he only gets 1 bullet seed worth of energy, and my attack debuff is gone. So I hold on to my shield, knowing that I'm going to need it in a minute. This time I go for the power whip. Again, I know this game's getting very close to timer, and I know I win CMP in this because this is a high attack Ferrothorn that is designed to beat Ampharos in one shield, as we'll probably see in a clip later on. So this time I go for the flash cannon, and after the shields are gone, 2 seconds left on the timer, and that's a GG's. So this time it's the first positive matchup, and again it's not completely positive, it's a soft win. So I throw a flash cannon. There's no point in throwing anything other than a flash cannon here. Power whip does so little damage that it's not worth it. Not even as a bait, not for 1 bullet seed difference. Again, don't shield here. Throw another focus, or not focus blast, flash cannon. Again, this time I decide to shield. Bring it back to even shields, throw the flash cannon. And gets the shield. So he swaps into Blaze again, so I swap out into Mantine. At this point I put up the shield knowing he'd be close to Stone Edge. He was just at it. So I go for the Bubble Beam. Lets it through. Wing attacks should finish it off. When low health Ferrothorn in the back is going to be key here. So in comes his own Ferrothorn. And back of my mind I'm saying that's the GG's. Because I've lowered your attack. Probably could have lowered his attack again for the memes here. But I decided to go for the Aerial Ace. Just get a lot more raw damage out. Just try to get him into the yellow. And I tried to throw that one last Bubble Beam. Just couldn't get it. But that's okay. I have Blaze again here in the back. He goes out jump bluff, and I knew he had something ready on that jump bluff. Straight in with Ferrothorn. And then I'm at the Blaze kick when I come back. And that sack swap, perfectly timed. And that won that match. If I didn't do that sack swap, I don't win that matchup. This time now into a double steal team here with Blaziken. So I see Escavalier coming in as a safe swap for Ferrothorn. I'm like, this is fine. Blaziken can run through this team in 2 minutes flat. Beats the Blaze kick through, so find him down a shield. I'm at half health, but he also has Ferrothorn in the back. So in comes Mantine. I go for the Stone Edge. I don't feel like swapping out here. I'm covered in the back for what I need. Gets his shield, so we're back to even shields. I swap into Ferrothorn here. I'll eat the Ice Beam. I'm good with that. And in comes his Ferrothorn. And I just have that little bit of energy. Advantage, I can get it back just below where I am health wise. I know it's going to take him 2 flash cannons to kill me here. And likewise on the other side. So I let this one go through just to give Blaziken a little bit more energy on his way in. Not that he'll get to a move. Mantine comes in and my Mantine meets it. Now his Mantine running Ice Beam. I'm running Aerial Ace. So there's still the opportunity here that I lose out. And the Bubble Beam, once that Bubble Beam went through, that was GG's. He needed to land an Ice Beam without the Bubble Beam debuff to have a chance. And it's just a slow match to the death between the two of them now at this point. So Bubble Beam to shield it, throw this Aerial Ace. And bring in Blaziken just in case he had health left. So these next 2 clips both came from the same set. As you can see, they're going to look very similar to each other. Kendra lead into Galvantula. There's no Octazooka debuff in this one. So I put up my shield of discharge, keep Dragon Breathing. Second discharge, put up my shield again. Block the Bug Buzz, down goes Galvantula. So I have Kingdra up with energy, they have his shield and Galvantula down. So they can move with their own Kingdra, so I throw the Outrage. And this is where you're going to see the difference in the 2 clips. throw the outrage here to get the shield, and then bring in Mantine. Just don't get the bubble beam off, but that's okay. Outrage doesn't KO me. So I throw the bubble beam, so then he swaps into Mantine, I swap into Ampharos. And at this point I'm just committed to bull switching him down. Throws the bubble beam, which is perfect for me, because it means I can live this ice beam and have more than enough energy in the back to land a focus blast on Kingdra and take this game. And then moving into what was the deciding game in this set. Save leads Kingdra into Galvantula. So I throw the Octazooka. He forces the CMP tied this time with a discharge. Sorry, it's Bug Buzz. I throw the shield. Octazooka. So in the last game I double cheated without the debuff. This game I get the debuff. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, I was like, he probably has Kingdra in the back. I'm going to need as much health on my Kingdra as I can. Back in comes his Kingdra. I charge the outrage and throw the Octazooka this time. But he knows I'm at outrage. He has to shield. Get the debuff. And I don't have Mantine this time. I have Ferrothorn. And I'm waiting for the swap out. And in comes Mantine. And Mantine is met with Ampharos. And in this game, Ampharos will sweep from here. And Ferrothorn will also sweep from here. So I'm in a very comfortable position. I can eat this ice beam here. And then on about 1 HP, throw the focus blast and take that set. So this next one, I lost the first 2 games in this set, got absolutely trampled over. And then this is what I built this Ferrothorn for. It's designed as a high attack Ferrothorn that can beat Ampharos in 1 shield. Which, this person being one of my scrim partners, kept traveling for the whole month. And I was half upset that this game wasn't a deciding factor in our set. Where I got that lead. Normally in the ones, you know, Ferrothorn probably doesn't get past the second focus blast. The bullet seed breakpoint I hit worked out for me. So in came jump off, swapped to my own jump off, hoping to pay out, I don't know, Mantine in the back or something. Eat that aerial ace like a champ, because Tickbluff is thick. Grab his shield and get to the aerial ace before he gets his next move off. Courtesy of CMP. Maybe I was half a turn ahead. At this point I decided I'm going to eat this aerial ace. Knowing Bullet Z does 0 damage to jump off, get to the next aerial ace. So his jump off goes down, in comes Kingdra, down goes my jump off. Back in comes Ferrothorn. Power Whip loaded, smack, and then Kingdra to Dragon Breath down. Pity that one didn't mean much, but oh well, always nice to get those wins. Now, these games all happened in the last week of Forest, these last 3 clips I have. So we have Ferrothorn into Scolipede, which is a very interesting pick. And knowing that, I'm just going throwing flash cannons at it. And I think this was game 2 or game 3, but all 3 games of this set, my opponent led Scolipede and double shielded. Probably should have realised that and charged flash cannon twice and thrown 2 power whips. But oh well. I think those extra 2 bullet seeds. Yeah. Those extra 2 bullet seeds would have got me that flash cannon. But at the end of the day, I'm up a shield. Scolipede doesn't really have much to destroy. Mantine Sludge Bomb will tickle. But then again, it's a bug. And bugs are bad for a reason. So in comes Cradley, and I bring in my Swampert. Seems crazy, I know, but just watch. Get off this Hydro Cannon. I shield the Grass Knot because I had the shield. So there's one. And I get to the second Hydro Cannon before they can get to the second Grass Knot. And I'm able to Mud Shot down. And then in comes Gastrodon, and at this point I know it's GG's. But I also know that Gastrodon can live too. If it chose to farm down, it could live 2 Hydro Cannons. But the fact it threw the Body Slam here, I knew it threw it the second it got it. I had to get the Bubble Beam before they got the Body Slam. Aerial Ace probably doesn't KO here, just as an FYI. This CMP tide then leads to Body Slam KOing me if I don't Bubble Beam. This Body Slam doesn't KO, Mud Slap does 0 damage because I'm a flyer, and I get to Aerial Ace. Probably should have, Bubble Beam should have done it, but I wasn't taking chances, and I knew I had that 1 HP spare. This game, Razor Leaf Torterra into my Swampert, ideal start. So I get Blaziken in. Again, this is also a losing matchup, but it's not as bad a losing matchup. At this point, all I'm trying to do is figure out what else my opponent has on his team. This was game 1 of our set, and it wasn't that I was resigning to losing this game or anything, but that's a bad lead. Then comes Mantine, and that's what probably helped a lot, because it meant I could bring in Swampert here, locked in on the Mantine. And then he goes Ice Beam, which I have no issue with, because I'm going to Sludge Wave in return, and I have a feeling he's going to keep that shield for Torterra in the back. Try and swap out Swampert. Doesn't work. I decided I'd let it go. I'm okay with that. He's all 3 Pokemon and a shield. I have Ferrothorn and a shield. I think I win this. And this just goes to show how good Ferrothorn is in Forest Cup. I can Bullet Seed down Mantine, and he's Stunfisk. And that was the ideal. Stunfisk with Thunder Shock. And at this point, I'm looking at it saying, can I farm it down with Bullet Seed? That was my win condition. Farming down a Stunfisk with Bullet Seed. Again, don't shield anything, I'm going to need that in case Torterra can get to a Frenzy Plant. And farm it down. At this point I know I'm loaded, so I'd throw the Power Whip. I get the shield, and I throw the second one. Ground typing doesn't help Torterra here. And I come back from that lead with a shield up in the end. And this is my final match of Forest Cup. In my local tournament, I was 2-1 at the time, and this is a game 3 decider. So, Ferrothorn into Mantine, perfectly good lead. Point for Bubble Beam. Again, the only way you lose this matchup as Ferrothorn is if you shield a Bubble Beam as the first attack. Every scenario, you win in 1 shield. And what I like to do is shield later with my Ferrothorn rather than earlier. Like right now, if Mantine shields, or Mantine has used the shield at any point, so I put up this shield here, and I can Bullet Seed Mantine down. Then comes his own Ferrothorn, and I can get to Flash Cannon. And again, obviously you're going to let it through. I mean, it's not going to do a ton of damage. And just can't get to the Power Whip. If he even threw that, I don't know, didn't he need to throw it, but okay. So I bring in Blaziken, and I'm expecting Kingdra in the back from the previous matches. So I eat the Power Whip, in comes Kingdra, match it with my Kingdra, and that 1 or 2 counters kind of helped. And I was looking at my own energy, and I was just off an Octazooka myself, so there was no way he was at anything other than an Octazooka. And I'm happy going down there, gives Blaziken 1 or 2 counters of farm, and I have my shield in the back to take care of Ferrothorn. If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe for more Silph Arena and Go Battle League content. Thank you.